Hey, welcome back to Too Loud Chakra.
Namaste.
Namaste. What is
You
up,
guys ready to
everybody?
get your fortunes told?
Yeah, let's go. I am Matt the Digital Jedi, and this is the Save State Podcast. I want to welcome our very, very, very special OG bro from Save State, Mr. Lee, the handheld hoarder. What is up, big dog?
Yeah. An original Safe State founder. What's up?
Safe
Yeah.
State
Dude?
founder, and in the original Safe State fashion. Mr.
Yeah, I'm
T-Lot
not gonna
was-
lie. The opening music was very nostalgic.
Mr. Tula was a little behind because you could see he was lighting candles because he was trying to empower his chakras.
Trying to make sure I, get my woosahs on.
Woosah.
Yeah. Let me kick my feet up. Let me kick
Oh,
my feet
God.
over here.
You got a new chair?
Blah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I wish we had smell of this. I could smell the
little
baller
rice.
status from Too Loud's room.
Little razzle dazzle, nothing
Oh, my
special.
God.
Let's have the chat guess the
Got
scent
gamer
of
mode.
his candle.
Oh my god, that is great.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious what everyone thinks his candle scent is.
I wonder if somebody could actually guess it, dude. I think I said it before. What
Lee,
candle I
look
like
at the
on
message.
air.
Look at Derek. Look at Derek. Lee. I was like, oh no, Asia. Oh my god, Too Loud's getting roasted.
Wow, bro. Wow, dude. Wow, dude.
Too smelly.
Cherry
Too
blossom.
smelly.
Hey, somebody, we're gonna have to make a moderator for the chat, dude.
Oh my
Somebody
god.
have to kick
Oh
GG.
god. Tweaky smell.
Actually-
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Let's
someone said cherry blossom, pinto beans. Oh,
Cherry blossom.
yep. That
Why would it ever be? Oh my god, bro.
Twinkies
Me and her-
Twinkies
Me and her are
smell.
gonna have a talk when I get home. I ain't
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
I love it. I love it. All right. So, man, now that we got that
All
out
right,
of
so
the
should
way-
I tell what it is?
Yes.
Did anybody get close? Because I'm curious if too
No.
smelly was it.
it's too
No,
bougie,
no.
and no, he's too bougie for that. It's
Lavender?
I don't think it's gonna show, but it's mahogany takewood.
Mahogany.
like from Ron Burgundy. Like I have many.
yeah,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
smells like mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mahogany.
Oh my god. Too
Close.
funny, too
JQ, close. A little late, but close.
funny. Oh my
I
god.
feel like Radiant Shayla's cheating.
Yeah, she is. 'Cause she may have some inside knowledge as to what that is.
She may have bought it because
Yeah,
his
right?
room was smelly.
Exactly. Wait, not the I don't exactly to the full thing you said. But
Oh,
exactly,
my
she
God.
bought it. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude.
So Lee, what do you do this week, man?
Oh man, dude, just been busy with family stuff. I've been tinkering a lot with Game Native. It's really ignited like my excitement in the handheld world again because it's something new. It's raw, it's not completely there yet, but it's great and it's so much fun. It like brings back early 2021, 2022 vibes. It's awesome.
That is awesome, and that's one of the reasons why we're excited that you were able to come back this week and talk about it because you are probably the most knowledgeable person that either one of us have talked to about it. I know there's probably smarter people out there
Yes,
than Lee. You're
there
definitely
is.
better than
There
me.
is.
But I was struggling with Game Native, and you and Dorman Mike just kind of was like, do this, and it was awesome. So yeah, definitely.
But it's fun, right? It's so light.
So
like
good.
Android
Yeah,
makes it
so
amazing to carry around PC games.
Too so good. Tula, what about you? What you getting? Look at this guy. He leaning back, taking a drink. He's like,
Yeah.
I got a Scarface shirt on.
I mean, it
Life is
matches
good,
the
boys.
vibe. It matches the vibe, the black, white, and red.
Life is good, my boys. Yeah, I can't
All right,
complain.
so tell us about your Herman Miller chair, and then tell us what else you got going on.
Well, we're not going to talk about the chair. It's just a chair. It's pretty cool. But anyways, No, it's actually pretty comfy. It's a pretty comfy chair. I'll talk about it another time though. I don't want. I'm tired of thinking about the chair. I was literally. That's why I was a little bit late today. It wasn't because of the candle chakra. I was putting this thing together, dude, and it's heavy, bro. Like, so yeah. Man. Oh, I actually just got in the Super X. So I'm going to be going over that here soon. I haven't really got a chance to get it out of the box. Haven't really done anything with it at all yet, but I'm excited for that. Also expecting a package this weekend with a 392 device in it. So
That's gonna be
that should
dope.
be interesting. Yep, that should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave the cat in the bag for now.
Yeah, do it.
You know, but yeah, I got a 392 device coming in this weekend and a couple other devices. And oh dude, just been playing what is this game called? Neverness to Everness?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. That's I was teasing you guys, but like all you guys have just been going wild with that game this week, and it looks pretty. The images look incredible.
Yeah. What did Clef call it?
Oh, Gooner Theft Auto.
Gooner
Gooner
Basically, that like it's got Grand Theft Auto vibes in an anime-ish world. So it's been fun. The amount of trouble you can get into it is quite hilarious.
Oh my god, and it's too good.
It is.
Too good.
And the graphics are beautiful. It's a gorgeous game. The ray tracing is freaking insane. I mean, it's a gotcha game. It's free to play. None of us have really spent money yet, unless Lee did today. I mean, that's more than possible.
I mean,
Not
Lee
yet.
pretty much,
you know.
Not yet.
Lee
Not
pretty
yet.
much funds every single decent gotcha game there is, right?
I mean, eventually it'll happen if they let me buy the cars. Like, I want to buy the
Yeah.
cars.
Mm. I know you want that initial D car. You've been nonstop about that thing since we started. And but dude, the characters are awesome. The movesets are awesome. The animation is beautiful. Like it's nice. And it feels different. Like you go through parts of the levels that are like photo negative and looking crazy, and it just looks cool, man. And all of us got pretty lucky. We all got like some S tier characters and some nice pools, and with the free credits, because it's a new game, you know how these new gotchas are. When you get into them, they're like fill your mailbox with all kind of goodies, so you get a bunch of free rolls and everything. So we've all gotten a bunch of free stuff, and it's been pretty fun so far. You know,
highly recommend for now. It's been a great game. Too Loud over here. He just got S tier characters right off the bat. Me and Clef had to roll like 10 times or something. I think Clef was at 5.
I did get pretty lucky.
Well, he always gets like.
I
that,
didn't
right?
realize how lucky I was until I watched how many times you guys had to reroll
Right.
in order to get them, and I was like, "Wow, I got this first shot." You guys are like 5-6 rolls in, like, yeah, that was pretty good. I got pretty lucky, and I got an S tier character off top, so not just S tier as far as like as far as hierarchy, but S tier as far as meta. Like I got a meta character right off top, so that was pretty cool. But you know these games, man, she'll be meta today and non-meta tomorrow. So
right.
Yeah,
That's
they
dope.
got that snowballing effect. But yeah,
dope.
Yeah.
we're waiting for Jedi to join us. It's gonna be great.
yeah. I mean, if anybody's interested in it, they have it out. They have a native PC client. They have it on Android. They have it on Mac. They have it on iOS. You know, you can get it on anything. I played it on the Thor, and it played magnificent. I think I was getting 80 something frames in there on cinematic, like on the most extreme graphic setting. So that's pretty phenomenal. And for you guys, if you want to get in, you know, we're all playing,
Yeah,
so you
check
can just
out.
hit us up in the DMs or whatever. And
Yeah.
Check it out.
I can attest that it also runs on the Conquer Fit Pocket or Pocket Fit, so it does great there too.
Maybe you could. Check it out.
geek boy.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Live chat. Who's playing this game that these guys are talking? I haven't had a chance to play it. You know, I was out last week. I had some stuff going on. I did game because you know I had time to game while I had some stuff going on, and I was telling Lee beforehand. I have a lot of good stuff. Right. I can't put this down right now. The Game Native and the Odin 3 Ultra and this because it's me, right? it wouldn't be me if I had a super powerful device and I wasn't playing like a 16-bit game on it, right? It just and Too Loud got me playing this game called Too Loud, and again, Dormant Mike, it got me playing this game. It's called Mini Shoot Adventures. It's like Gradius meets Legend of Zelda. You're like Legend of Zelda world, but you're running around on a spaceship and you're just blowing stuff up. And I got like 12 hours in. I'm completely obsessed. I can't stop playing it. Every chance I get, I'm like, I'll go to the bathroom. My wife's like, "How long are you going to be in there?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You taking Yoda with you?" Like, it's just been,
dude. Yeah.
You're
coming out with your legs asleep and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's so good, and I can't put it down. So, but let's get into. So I have regarding the Odin 3. I have a great topic that Lee and I were talking about before the show. We need to continue to talk about it. So let's cover a couple of news topics before we get to the big one. So first things first, exciting stuff that we just talked about right before we went on the show. What did Derek say?
Got SF6 running at 1080p.
Really?
On the Odin 3. So that's pretty.
Oh, Derek, I might have to hit you
dude.
up. That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty snazzy.
Hey,
and Street Fighter 6 is gorgeous, dude. Like that thing is no slouch, bro. Mm-hmm. So
they added
that's
some
pretty amazing.
They added Vega and who else there? They had a couple like OG characters, which looks pretty dope.
I just don't like the way they do it now with all the you gotta buy the characters separate.
Yeah,
like they give you this handful of characters, and now like here's your favorite character, $5.99, and then here's your other, like.
And that's exactly what they do now. They don't give you all the OG stuff, so yeah. And I think that's why a lot of people, they lost a lot of people to City of the Wolves, because City of the Wolves gives you a ton right off the bat. You have to buy others later on, but they give you a lot more off the bat. So
blame Smash Brothers bringing it to the Switch.
So now that we know you're using that Odin 3 on the toilet, that means when you go to sell it, we get a discount, right? Like majorly.
Yeah, that fan has picked up more smells.
You already told us, bro. That thing got
Odin
all kind of particles.
Yeah.
No, man, that thing has to go at a major discount now, my boy.
Remember how long I held on to the Odin 2? And the Portal, I didn't sell them to the next.
You did, yeah.
Still have the OG Odin.
So that means it's gonna accumulate a lot more particles.
Oh my god!
It goes to sell.
My god!
But what's the news? What's the news you got there, bro?
So we were talking today. I had this. Let me get this on screen here. Share this. So this RG Rotate, right? And I had a video on it because and so this thing, the video came out and I watched it the other day. There's a 4-minute video. They were doing gameplay, and I thought, wow, the suspected chipset for this is not going to be. This is a lot of stuff for the suspected chipset, because they were saying it's going to be like a 3576, and they showed PS2 and Wii and stuff, and I thought, what in the world is this, right? So let's get this on screen so that Mr. Lee could tell us what he knows, because he knew some stuff I didn't know.
This device is hilarious.
Dude, I'm so excited for this. Oh, did it freeze? All right.
No,
so
it's going. It's going.
Okay. So first we're looking at Dead Cells on Android. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty standard affair for an Android game, not a heavyweight game, right?
Right.
And now we're talking about Contra on PS2. I was like, whoa. I mean, I'm like, that 3576 is not going to run Contra on PS2. Look at Captain Burst Above over here in the chat.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna put him on blast, everybody in the chat, but we did try to line up an OG panel tonight, and somebody blew us off. So but now he's here in the chat spilling the beans.
Twilight Princess from the Wii. What? First off, Twilight Princess on the Wii with a D-pad. Okay, but it's running, dude. Rune Factory is a pretty light game. The Rune Factory series is pretty light.
It's not bad.
Yeah, so on 3DS, but
it's funny looking at that little like DS skin overlay at the bottom.
Yeah, look, and then we got God of War on PSP. So that was what is that? Ghost of Sparta, which is the harder of the two to run, which I was impressed.
Really quick, hold on. We got a message from our sponsor. It wouldn't be an OG freaking save state if this didn't happen.
Michael
I
Benny.
would just call it a PSA, just a don't buy Jedi's Ultra. It's gonna stink up your house. Just don't do it. If he says that he loves it, that means he's gonna be getting rid of it within a week. But your house is gonna smell nothing like the worst of refried pinto beans. Just the worst kind of
All
refried.
right, I'm unmuting for that part. You're a jerk.
Yeah, I approve this message. I approve this message.
Oh my god! So,
Some kind of Tamagotchi.
it's a Digimon game, but which I thought was a little bit weird.
Look like a Digimon Tamagotchi, right?
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, vertical arcade game, which you can expect for that. What else did it have? That I was a little surprised. I want to talk about stuff that I was surprised. Oh, look, so DC, Soul Calibur is not a difficult game to run, but again, for the
Everyone goes for that
3576, I thought that was like pushing the limits. Even
Right.
for that. See, and I don't know if it's looking, but the video is lagging on my screen. Okay, so Sega Saturn in any facet, I was shocked to see on this device, even though
I want to make a comment here. Like I'm gonna get it no matter what, just because it's so different, right?
Oh
Yeah, it is. It's very.
The thing about it is like it looks like it feels unbalanced in the hand because you see the guy while he's playing it. It's unless maybe he has some issues with his hands, which is more than possible. But it's like it's flexing, but it looked like a metal device. So I don't think the device is
That's what I was
flexing. I
saying,
feel
Mike.
like, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a good point Michael has.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just like,
Yep.
why put PS2? You don't even have sticks.
I don't understand the point. Yeah.
Like the number of games you can play
Oh,
with a
my gosh.
D-pad on the PS2 is like a handful.
And these are you standard GBAs and stuff. Yeah, that was a really good point. I didn't think about that.
I like that they stretch PSP, but they don't stretch GBA.
And Pico 8. Now look at Pico 8, right? We got. Hold on. Is
That's
that a 4x3 or
good,
is
that's
that
really-
1x1?
It's a 1x1. It's 720 by 720.
It is 720 by 720.
Oh, this is
Uh-huh.
gonna be Kim's. This is gonna be Kim's freaking go Pico machine.
Yep. Because that dude,
Yeah.
if you guys have seen that native Android Pico app, it's really good. It's got Explorer and everything in it. It's really good. So
If it had a bigger battery, I would probably say, man, this would be great for like Pokemon Go. You could just have it in the small form and then just be walking around throwing Pokeballs. It's like, but man, 2,000 million.
I know I'm kind of weird here when I'm gonna say this, but they've shown it more than a couple times with in MP3 mode with like the cassette face looking
it is
screen
cool,
on,
right? Yeah.
and like I think it's cool. I think it would be really cool if they put like a pretty good DAC in here. So like when we plug in our headphones, it has really good audio, and we could actually use it as a good little MP3 player.
Well,
Because
But it
I know a
doesn't
lot
have
of
an
people
audio
are kind
jack.
of on that wave. Oh God, never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
Scratch
it
that.
has USB-C, and then you need an adapter to go to 3.5.
Yeah, never mind. That's,
all right. So let's talk about.
They messed it up. Like they're trying to sell it as some kind of DAC device, but then they didn't put a 3.5 millimeter jack
I
in
mean,
it.
that's about par for the course with Ambident, isn't it? Right?
that
Yes.
is, yeah. They gotta miss something, dude.
Oh my
They gotta
god!
miss
All
something.
right,
Yeah.
so Lee, give us the deets.
Yeah, so this guy is running the T618, as we heard from Michael Benny. Really, Gamma will probably make it better, I hope. I mean, he already had T618 software, custom firmware, so that would be awesome if he brought something out for this. Like we were saying earlier, it's a 1x1, 720 by 720 resolution. Probably stretch everything. I mean, they stretched the PSP. I guess it'll be fine. We're coming in with 3 gigs of RAM, which isn't bad for a T618, especially something this small. But the caveat here is 2,000 milliamp battery.
Mm.
Yeah.
So at first I
Yeah.
thought on a smaller device, not a big deal, but a T618, it's going to eat through that battery, and it's going to need. And the other thing too is that it's going to need gamma, like you guys said, because remember those T618s were terrible for that over sharpening and all those little odds and ends and stuff that just eats through the battery. So it's definitely, hopefully, our buddy Gamma's going to do something for that. I mean, because it's So okay, tell us the price, because when I was like, and then he said the price, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, so They have two variants. The first variant is plastic with aluminum front for the screen. That'll be $88,
Mhm.
and then it will be another $20 for the metal. So on top of that,
Mhm.
so
I'm in.
it's a good price for a T618.
Mhm.
It would be. I thought a lot about what they could do to probably make it interesting. It would have been cool if they put the USB on the bottom, and then they just had like a dual analog controller attachment. They could just lock onto the bottom of the device,
That'd be kind of cool.
solve all the problems.
That'd be kind of cool.
But nah, it
mean-
looks like it's basically a V90. If you guys can claw a V90, you're probably fine with this.
So the only thing, and the only other thing I'm thinking about it now that I'm looking at that, it's thanks, Shay. You rock, girl.
Thanks, Shay.
It's too small to fit a telescopic controller on. We're gonna have to 3D print something to make a telescopic control fit on there. So that's interesting.
Get one of those
But
little
for that price
USB
point,
notes.
I kind of want it's gonna be tiny. That's gonna be, and like to Tulaw's point, that's gonna be perfect for Pico 8 on the go. I'm digging it. I'm gonna like it. And
So I'm interested with it, but I don't think it's going to be emulation for me. I feel like it's just going to be Android games, really.
I can't do it. I got to do 16:9 for Android games. Can you guys? Are you good with 4:3 and 1x1 Android games?
It would be like easy stuff like Horizon Chase and like maybe I'm hoping I could play Pokemon Go because it would just be a super easy little Pokemon Go device to just throw out some Pokeballs and you can put it back in your pocket. I don't know if it will or not. T618 is kind of old, so that's a problem.
I don't call you Shay unless I'm mad at you. I just want to say
I did
Thanks,
forget.
babe.
I did forget some things. I don't know if the video covers it, but it'll have interchangeable shoulder buttons.
I did see that.
Yeah,
The L2 is changes so it sticks out. So it's not
Yeah,
so
they
flat.
stick
I thought that was
out.
kind of cool. Yeah.
and they have a built-in mic in the front, but there's no hole for it. It's hidden right between the start and select button.
Oh, that's for them to listen to us.
Well, yeah.
The Chinese always got to listen to us. They want to know what Matt ate for dinner.
Yeah, we had tacos tonight.
How
'cause
long
we
he's
didn't have
sitting on the
Taco
can.
Tuesday this week. Yeah. So Tula brought up a good point that I didn't think about. The first thing he said about how it looks unbalanced. I immediately thought of the RG Slide. I had that thing for like 2 days and sent it to Lee because I found it to be so unbalanced. And
Still have it.
but this is smaller, so I wonder if it'll be a better feel. But again, like Lee said, we're probably gonna need to make some sort of grip for it or something, because then that kills the pocketability. So
Well, I mean, the funny thing is, I'm assuming that the screen's going to be super light because the only thing on top is just screen. There is nothing else on top. So all the weight is going to be right where the controls are. The battery's there, the motherboard's there, the controls are all there, like right in the body. So
Yeah.
I don't think the screen will outweigh it too much. But I did like that they did a full aluminum slide mechanism, so no plastic parts. That's awesome. So longevity there. I just don't know how long the ribbon cable will last for the screen.
interesting because of the way it's happening. So my
Right.
thought is that I'm curious to see how that mechanism works out. I'm glad you pointed out that it's all aluminum because that was, I think, from the beginning we expressed concerns that mechanism, it looks like a real quick failure point. But if we're being fair, Anbernic hasn't really released a bad hinge on anything.
That's true.
So I mean that's something they've gotten right from day one. So it could be something pretty special. What do you guys think?
I'm still hoping for. I want to say I'm still hoping for what Green Protag said. I mean, just being honest.
That would be cool.
They could have made a 35XXSP metal, but they made this. I'm cool with this, but I would still be cool with 35XXSP metal.
Yep, that would be
sure.
super dope, super dope. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Really quick, so I wanna mention that I started a poll in the chat, and I asked, "Are you buying the RG Rotate?" The chat seems pretty split, but 56% said no, it's just more e-waste. 44% said yes, it looks cool. So
I'm with that 44%.
I'm with that 44. I think if we would have voted, if us three would have voted, it would have probably been even, if not slightly over on the yes.
We have to ask Lee because if it's wonky in any way, shape, or form,
Yes, yeah. I'll be grabbing. I like supporting innovation, even though it's coming from Ambernick. Not the greatest innovators in the world, but they're trying something new, and I'm excited. I want more.
What level of wonkiness excites you? Like, did you buy the R36 Max because it had the soccer ball for the menu button? Like that level of wonkiness, or that's
Yeah. That stuff's hilarious. I find it hilarious that they do stuff like that. It's great. And I don't know if you've seen that device, but it's just got a solid Blink board, and then it's got like the chip right in the middle. Like so much useless stuff in it. It's hilarious.
I love it. Great. That's a great point, Mike. I don't know if it's, again, we talked about this 100 times. I don't really, I don't think Lee does either. I know Too Loud and I don't really carry a lot of stuff in our pocket. I think, Lee, you don't carry a bunch in your pocket. You carry like a sling or something too. Yeah, see, so like that stuff doesn't bother me. I got a whole wall of man purses over there. I don't care about the stuff, how it fits in my pocket.
Yeah, and like Too Loud is
Too Loud, you're muted, buddy.
Yeah, Too Loud said it before too. Like if you wear a hoodie with like the pouch, like everything fits in there. So like,
dude, everything. I love hoodies. I'm rocking hoodies all the time. So, really quick, Derek said, yeah, but Too Loud. How about the 1 gigabyte now that the 35XX SP is now rocking? If they did a 35XX SPM, I'd want the 2 gigs back. Yeah, I agree. No, clearly it's going to cost more, right? It's going to be a metal shell device. I would prefer the 2 gigs back. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I don't think that the 2 gigs ever did make a huge difference, but still, I mean, I would like it to be.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Like, I never used it. People said, I know for what was it that you had used it for, Too Loud? What you talked about for the 2 gigs? What was that?
I did a lot of Portmaster on it at the end of using it for sure. I mean, worst case scenario for me, and this is not for everybody, I still have my original. I would just swap the shells on them if they did a 1 gig variant.
Yeah, that would work.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
That would work. Yeah, I mean, 1 gig in Linux doesn't do very much, but like some of the people in the chat saying like Portmaster, it would probably help in the Portmaster area. PSP, it also does help. That bumping to 2 gigs makes a huge difference between the 1 gig for PSP, so that's great too. Those are like the only 2 things that would probably like benefit from it.
To see,
unless it's running Android, then 2 gigs helps.
Oh, dude, 2 gigs is still, it's 2 gigs on Android nowadays is a slap in the face, bro.
It is.
Remember when devices first came out and they were running that? That's insane.
I remember
it's just Android has too much freaking stuff running in the background, man. It's like it's just constant services Lineage and stuff running.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you guys see the stuff about PlayStation?
What's that?
Okay, so earlier this week, right, I'm going to pop it up on stage. There was something that came out on X and stuff, and it popped up, and Sony didn't say anything about it, that on PS4 and PS5, that something was happening where digital games were going to do an online check-in every 30 days. So, of course, internet lost their mind about it. Like, how dare they, and this and that, and, and then it popped up that, so then Sony comes back later on and says, no, this was a miscommunication. It's a mistake. What's actually happening is that when you purchase a game after the initial return period is over, so 14 days, then it will do an online check and you won't have to do that anymore. This is to combat piracy. So I think Lee knows my history with Sony. I know Too Loud knows it. So, and I'll give you guys a quick rundown. So we used to be big PlayStation people in our house. And so we used to do PlayStation Plus. And we had it, and I'm cheap, right? So I bought the PlayStation Plus card a year at a time, and I waited for the holiday season when it was on sale, and I would buy it. And then I went into my own. So I had a PlayStation. You guys remember me telling you guys this story?
I remember this, yes.
Yep. So then I had it. So then one year, it was like June 2nd or something. My PlayStation Plus was supposed to go renew like in like 2 days. I had the card on my desk. And the day before it's supposed to renew, I got a bill from PlayStation for auto renew. So I look and I'm like, so I called. I'm like, hey, how is this possible? Mine doesn't expire till tomorrow. I don't use auto renew. What's going on? They're like, oh, well, when you made a digital purchase like a month ago, you bought a game. I'm like, yeah, well, we have this policy that when you purchase a game digitally, we automatically turn on auto renew. I'm like, no, I won't. No, I didn't authorize that. Oh, well, we can issue you a refund since it hasn't started yet. Cool. All right. So they put me on hold for a while. Come back. Oh, well, unfortunately, we can't issue you a refund. What do you mean? Why? Well, because it was auto renew, we can't issue you a refund. But you turned on auto renew. I didn't do that. And so we go back and forth. And they're like, sorry, there's nothing we could do. And they hang up on me after it was like, so I call back.
Dude.
Talk to me for about 2 minutes. And they're like, oh, we see you just called about this topic. There's nothing we can do. Let me get supervisor. Supervisor comes on and is like, hey, we've already talked about this. There's nothing we can do. And he hangs up on me again. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not telling the story. This is the truth. So I chat in. And they're like, so they talk to me for like 20 minutes. And they're like, yep, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, the guy's telling me it's in our policy. It says it online. And I'm like, where's the policy? So he sends me a link. And he disconnects. And I go through the entire policy, spend hours reading the whole thing. And I say, I don't see it. So I chat back in. I don't see anything about this. You told me it was on your policy. I don't see anything online that says that you don't refund auto renew on PlayStation Plus after you turned on auto renew. Oh, well, it's in our policy, but there's many layers to it. We can't put it all online. So I get
you
nowhere.
have to be transparent.
Yeah, I get nowhere for 2 days with them.
Hell no.
Right. So they charge me for this. So I call. It was like a day because it hadn't even started yet. So I call PayPal. I'm like, how is this legal? They're like, it's not. They can't do that. They instantly refunded my money. So then the day after that, when it's the renew is supposed to go through, I get an email from Sony saying that my account's been banned for violating their terms of use. And I mean, not like my PlayStation Plus, like my account. Every digital game I bought, everything gone. I can't do nothing. So I swore Sony off. I'm never buying another Sony product again. So of course,
dude, thank God you transferred your Destiny account before that.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. Right. So then, and by the way, I started out Destiny, which is like probably the longest game I ever played. I started out on PlayStation 2.2 loud. So, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. And then the PS5 comes out, and my kid says, "Dad, I want a PS5." He says, we were talking, and what'd you ask Santa Claus for Christmas? I asked Santa Claus for a PS5. Damn it. Right. So he gets a PS5 because my kids are spoiled, and gets a PS5, and I'm like, okay. So and I'm like, do I start him a new account or do I get all these games I bought? Because I had a ton of PlayStation Plus games that I paid for, or PlayStation games I paid for. So I reach out to them and I said, what do I got to do to get my account back? And they said, well, you got to pay the $60 from the year, because at the time PlayStation Plus was a year. Okay, fine. So I pay them the $65 or whatever it is. And then I go to log on and it says you don't have PlayStation Plus. So I call them back. I'm like, hey, I just paid that fee for the year of PlayStation Plus. And they're like, oh, yeah, that was the fee from the last year of PlayStation Plus. I'm like,
I need a new one.
What are you talking about? I didn't use it. You banned me. That's not our problem. That's your problem. We banned you, but you violated term. No. And so we go back and forth. And my wife's like, just pay it and be done with it so your kid could play the damn PlayStation. So I had to pay for another year. So I'm just like, so when stuff like this comes out about Sony, I 100% believe it, because that's the exact same experience I've had with them. It's just that kind of treating people that way. I don't know. I know this was a long rant, but I mean, what do you guys think about this? How do you guys feel about this? Do you believe it was a mistake, or do you think it was something that was a Sony thing, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, mistake. They just try and cover their asses.
Yeah.
When it comes to piracy,
cash grab, bro.
Yeah, you can battle piracy all you want. You're never gonna kill it. I get it. I get it from a company standpoint. They want to stop it. You just can't stop it. Why are you hurting your legitimate customers?
I don't know, but like
the cash grab.
And now whenever my kid wants something for PlayStation, I'm like, you're getting the digital. I mean, you're getting the disc. You're not buying digital.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I would agree.
Yep. And of course, every time I'm like, hey, you're not playing that PlayStation. No, Daddy, you can't sell it. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox and Nintendo come shortly after them.
Oh my God, this guy with the segues, right? Um, because he mentioned piracy. So the next thing that we are talking about was piracy. You guys see about Denuvo now too?
Yeah, I did see that one.
So Denuvo now is like, they've been getting bypasses and cracks. And I saw an article that they pretty much, other than VR games, every single Denuvo game there is has been cracked or bypassed, right? Which is insane.
Yeah, they should just
so-
get rid of it.
And why I saying the piracy, yeah. And then do you guys see that the new Star Wars game? What's the name of that company? What's the parent company that's making that game? What do they call like Secret something or the other?
Secret sauce. Let's go with it.
Something, yes.
Who works for me, dude? Works for
That new
me.
Star Wars game that's coming out, dude. Too Loud is doing his chakra. He got his candle and he got his Sour Patch.
Oh
Kid.
man, that mahogany's just got him
And
mellowed
the mahogany.
out. He's just
yeah,
like,
he's chilling. He's like,
I've been over here like I'm like reading shit, trying to figure out how to do stuff on the chair, like leaning back. I got the kickstand up underneath, bro.
oh my god! Oh my god! So, it came out that everything every game that has Denuvo other than VR stuff has either been bypassed or cracked, right? So this company has this new Star Wars Pod Racer game. They decided they're pulling Denuvo out of it altogether, right? Because I mean, it's not free. They have to pay a ton of money for this, so they're pulling it out. Of course, we're not going to see a lesser price on it, but it's looking pretty bad for Denuvo. And then 2K came out, I think it was yesterday, and said, "Hey, we're not sure about DRM, but we're going to push back, and we got you here." So now 2K took it a step further, and I think just for 2K 2025 and 2026, they're saying now that games have to do an online check-in every 14 days. So now it's like even worse than what we were concerned about with Sony. And it's, I would say, a company that's known for doing a little bit better job with their consumers than Sony has, right? And they're doing it. And then there's an article on Game Analytics that they feel like this is kind of the future. So it's like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? I feel like, I don't know, like, I'm interested in what Tula has to say because he's very specific about privacy and which you should be. But like, those kind of things, like I feel like Lee is a little more on board with me. Like, hey, my shit is already connected to the internet all the time. But I know Too Loud is super vigilant about that kind of stuff, right? So, like, what do you guys think about this whole thing with 2K, and is that the future, and how is that going to impact all of us?
Let's hear it.
I mean, I don't give a shit about 2K, and I don't give a shit about PlayStation. So
fair enough. Good answer, dude.
He's like, end of conversation.
Honestly, like, hopefully it doesn't. I mean, I'll add to it a bit, right? Like, hopefully it doesn't become an industry standard, right? Like, I think it's kind of bullshit, right? And I wonder where it's gonna go with like used games and stuff like that. I wonder if PlayStation is aware of, a PS5 hack that's out there, potentially. And they're concerned with people running cracked games on their systems, because that's what it kind of leads me to believe is it's never for our safety. It's for their wallet, for their accounts safety, for their wallet safety, right? That's what it's about. It's not for us. It's for them. I guess at the end of the day, I would hope that it wouldn't become an industry standard. Even then, like, I think it's only going to matter for as long as the PS5 is really relevant. After that, Sony's not as bad as Nintendo, and they kind of throw their stuff to the wolves afterward.
Yeah.
So, it's whatever.
Interesting. How you feeling about it, Lee?
I think we have to thank Nintendo for this with their piracy attacks. I think the other companies have seen that it's been working for them. And I think that they just want in on it now, but they're trying to find ways to be more discreet about it, right? They don't want to come out and just be like, yeah, we're on a full on piracy attack. So
they're scared to face the blowback where Nintendo doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, so like they're trying to find ways they can sneak it in, right? And that's just more scummy than coming out just saying you want to attack piracy. I think well, I think we can thank Nintendo for this whole start on it.
I just want to know who the hell Handheld Border is.
Pretty good.
Typo, just teasing
Yep,
selfish,
yep,
dude.
yep.
Oh my god.
But you know, Denuvo made you have to log in to begin with. That's why Denuvo games are super annoying. They had to have a online check like every week or something, every 5 days. It's something stupid like
Yeah,
that.
it's like I think it's every 7 days. It's 5 or
Yeah,
7 days.
yeah. So Denuvo's trash too. Like it uses more resources in your system. It like hogs up memory, hogs up performance. It's been broken so many times. Just get rid of it. It's trash. Just trash.
Well, I wish we would I wish we would save some money. I wish companies would just give us back something. You know what? We took Lenovo. We took $3 off the price. Something, and just to, hey, we hear you. But they won't, because, like you said before, we're chumps and we just spend the money anyway.
The future is probably going to be that they'll make it'll probably all become in-house crap, right? They'll have some kind of in-house defensive system, like how PC games have different anti-cheat systems. Every company will probably make an in-house system, and it'll probably be AI algorithm based and be really stupid and probably block half the people on their network because it doesn't know what it's doing.
Very true. Very, very true. That's an interesting point. Before we move on to something
really
else,
quick, Matt, let me touch something really fast.
Hell yeah.
I think it's like what Derek said kind of intrigued me, because he mentioned GTA 6, and I just imagine if GTA 6 was to implement something like that, then it would most definitely become industry standard, because they're a powerhouse, right?
There's a link between 2K and Rockstar, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, they own 2K.
Is there?
I think they're
like sister companies or parent company. Yeah.
Oh well, then dude. Yeah, that's bad then, because
I think Derek might. Yeah, Derek said it a few messages up. He says TTI is 2K parent company, same as Rockstar.
Very interesting, because like the whole world's gonna be playing GTA 6. And nobody's gonna want to miss out. Like, I know there's some of us that like could care less or whatever, but as far as like the community of gamers, like GTA 5, look how old that game is, right? What, 12, 14 years old, and it's still a relevant title today. GTA 6, when that thing comes, it's gonna change the landscape completely. And by them normalizing that is something to be scared of.
I mean, this wouldn't be the only shady thing that they've done. 2K has been on the rise for being in the news for crappy stuff that they have been doing past couple of months. So it doesn't put it past me. They probably want it to happen, but like, if I'm stranded on an island, man, with my 1X player, like, I don't want to be able to have to log into the internet to play GTA 6 like hours before I die. I just want to play.
It was something else. Does Take-Two Interactive also, isn't that the company that produces all the Lego games too? Is it TTI?
I want to say
Because if it is, then they're hitting sports, the biggest franchise, one of the biggest franchises in gaming and family stuff. That's a really good point, Derek and Tula. I mean, that's some scary stuff. That's impactful. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. We'll have to see. And somebody else brought something up. Since this is like, OG Safe State, it wouldn't be OG Safe State without.
I was waiting for him to talk too much. He's kind of been I think that Lee he's evolved.
Did I do it too soon?
I'm kind of fearful to say it. I'm kind of a little scared to say it, but I feel like, Lee has calmed a bit, I heard it last night. Like, we were in Discord, and he was telling somebody else how to behave appropriately. And I was like, yo, who is this? And what did you do to Lee?
Oh my God. That's good, man. That is good. I dig it.
Well, he was just staying on topic.
Huh? So and Too Loud had made reference to something, and this is segue into the next thing. There's a firmware patch, depending what PS5 firmware you're on. I don't remember. No, I didn't read a lot about it, but apparently there's versions of PS5 that you can install Linux on. So there's some sort of hack, and I mean he alluded to that earlier. I'm wondering if there's something there, and I mean because he's 100% right. Sony doesn't. None of these big companies doesn't do anything that's not impactful to their pocket. That's just how it works, right? It's all about the bottom dollar, right? And so that's a really good point. And yes, you do need a Thor certified.
Everybody
Turtle,
does.
you need a Thor.
Everybody does.
Yeah, you need a Thor. So
at this point, I feel like I should just wait for Thor 2. Like, man, they're so hard to get now.
So good. Yeah, I think that the release cycle now is there on pre-order 6, which you'll hit like mid-June or something. It's worth every penny, bro.
Has GG sent yet? I don't even know. I haven't even.
GG has a Thor. GG has a Thor.
Well, I know he bought it, but have they shipped it yet?
No, he bought one, but I don't think he's received it yet.
Oh, he should be soon because I think it's pre-order 5, wasn't he?
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be, but I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure, if not positive, that the Thor is Ian's most popular device ever. And they probably had no expectation for that thing to hit the mainstream the way that it did. I could literally scroll through YouTube and see non-gaming YouTubers with Thors in their video, like just sitting on their desk or somebody walking by in the background playing the Thor. Like the Thor has made its way into the mainstream. And I don't think that their inventory was ready for that.
Not even close.
I think they're just having a hard time keeping up. I respect AN. AN's always been a great company to buy from. I've never, and this is coming from somebody, I've never received an AN product for free. I don't say that because I get my ANs sent to me by AN. I've paid for every AN device I've ever owned. And I can say that they have been a very, very good company. Their quality control has been on fire. And, it's just crazy because like now I'm kind of seeing a trickle of people, complaining here and there. It's not anything massive, but it would have never been that way before. And I think it's just they're overloaded. They're really, really overloaded with this one.
I mean, and not to mention the Rampocalypse, it's not helping them. I think that they would have been on point if that didn't happen.
I mean, we've never seen them do a price hike, let alone 3 or 4 price hikes on one product alone.
True. Very true. Well, while we're talking about this, and I got you super nerds here. Did you guys see about the UFS storage?
Yeah.
I don't. It's not really going to impact everything, right? So my perspective on it was that the 4.0, 3.1, are you really even going to see a difference? Because it's not like every other handheld that we've enjoyed gaming on up until this point, especially even the Android ones, all have 4.0, UFS 4.0, right? They had to have slower RAM. And I don't know, maybe I'm just because I'm old, but I don't ever notice a difference where I'm like, oh, yeah, this game's laggy. It's got to be the UFS storage. I feel like that's been kind of blown out of proportion, how people are spazzing out about it. Like, what do you guys think about that?
It's definitely blown out of proportion. The differences is very minuscule. Really, okay, so anything from 8-bit Air all the way up to PS2, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like there ain't gonna be any difference.
Hold on, look at Vegan.
Yeah,
I'll be first in line, player. I'll be first in line. Maybe I won't beat Lee, but I'll be like second in line.
I'll say this. I'm still waiting for my Soldier Boy flip. So if that lets anybody know anything, dude, I'm pretty sure at some point I should probably just call PayPal.
On point here. 4.1 versus 3.1. What changes would I see that would affect me? Game native would be the only area, and the only thing you guys are going to see is like shader compilation. It's going to take a little longer. Yay! So, I mean, that only happens like once when you launch the game. So you got to wait like an extra minute. Holy smokes. And then
games
any
that have
open
really
world-
massive load times
Yeah.
too, like PC
Yeah.
games. Like
open world games will be one that gets hit too. So anything that has like stream assets to keep loading in the world, you might get some stutter, some jitters, but it's nothing horrible. I mean, it's not going to be as bad. I think the problem I have with it is that they raise the price and then lower the specs. Like, I wish they would just kept the price and lowered the specs. I probably would have been more okay with that.
yeah,
But
that part bothers
it
me
got hit
too.
twice.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
bothers me.
I didn't like that.
It's like you're paying more for less, dude. You're paying
Yeah.
more for less. So it's like that. Nobody's comfortable with that ever. I'm really curious if this is a Monday happens. I'm wondering if this is a typo, if he meant to say Android is the shit, or if he's literally just calling Android shit. So I'm curious, Monday, if you're out there still, just let me know why you feel that way. I'm just curious. I think Android is phenomenal. I think it's come a really, really long way. The things that we're capable of doing on that operating
might
system
answer it.
is
He doesn't like-
absolutely outrageous.
So Monday doesn't like Android. What are you gaming
I'm
on
not
Monday?
sure yet. It might have been a typo.
No, he just
Might have been.
put another post. He just put
Yeah,
another comment.
no one
Oh,
want
nobody
a
want
droid.
a droid. Oh wow.
There ain't
I mean,
no
there's a
droids.
lot of nobodies here. I think, honestly.
I just want to play Hollow Knight on the go. Hollow Knight's not going to be affected, man. 3.1,
Yep.
4.1, 5.1. The Hollow Knight's going to run fine.
Dude, you guys seen that mouse PI for hire? I think it's called like the
On
Yes.
Game
mouse
Native.
game,
On Game
black
Native,
and white.
yeah.
I watched somebody playing it on Game Native on the Thor, getting 73 FPS, 73 to 80 FPS, and I think they were running at like 72 degrees Celsius. And it looked great. You know, like this is what we're looking forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I agree. So
I am a nobody that has many droids. Retro Fun Tech.
I love it. I love the reference.
Selfish, just above them. I hate Android generally, but I love gaming on it.
That's good then.
Uh,
That could be it.
I mean, look, I respect everybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't think Monday's wrong. I think if that's the way he feels, he probably has valid reasons for the way he feels. But as for me, I generally enjoy Android as a gaming unit. I also enjoy x86 and PC and Linux handhelds and everything in between. So
I agree. We've tried it all. I mean, between us three here, we've tried it all. Linux, doing the Bazette, doing SteamOS, x86, Android. But lately with PC, Game Native and PC playing, Android has just been killing it.
I agree. I want to talk about that, but real quick, I thought this was super cool and Too Loud had pointed out this article and we kind of alluded to it earlier.
Right.
So we're talking about like gaming on Linux and stuff. Do you guys see this? That Framework, if people watching, if you're not familiar with Framework is just a super cool company. I'll let Too Loud elaborate because he can tell you more about them than I can. But like they make like modular or upgradable. What's the correct term?
upgradable or hardware swappable, I guess. I don't know what's the term that they use. I'll tell you what, honestly, like I think it's awesome what they do. I think at the same time it's
Not kinda, it's expensive.
I'm gonna catch a lot of backlash from this, okay, but I'm gonna say it. I think it's kind of scummy because what they do is, yes, you can upgrade your laptop, but all the parts are proprietary. You have to buy from them, right? Like, so I think it's a cool concept for sure, right? But like, how about let's open up those designs so that other manufacturers could also manufacture parts to swap into them? That would change the game, all right? But they don't want to let go of their golden goose. I understand they created something here, and it is a cool concept. I would love to get a hold of one of their machines. I wouldn't turn it down. They are pretty pricey, but it is very, very interesting, this article, right? The fact that like and like I said, they're pretty expensive units, and people are opting more to buy the Ubuntu version than the Windows versions, which is pretty interesting. But then again, when I think about, like, it was really interesting to me, and then I really started thinking about what type of user goes out of their way to buy a framework, and those users are the savvy, right? Like, they are the tech savvy people. These are people who are probably writing code. They're probably like, these are people who are comfortable on Linux already. You know, they already use Linux as a daily driver. These are the guys buying frameworks anyway. You know, not, you don't see like PC gamers going out of their way to buy a framework, you know. So it's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of it fits their company. It fits who they are. I don't know if you guys feel any different about that, but
So I think I'm fascinated by the product. I think it's so cool. Just for me, when I look at it and the price point, because they're not cheap, right? I mean, but you know, you're paying for something that's genuinely like unique and awesome. But I don't know, like, and my use case would be for gaming, but I just don't know for the price point. I don't know. What do you think about this thing, Lee?
You know, I was just reading the window you have here, and it says it's also selling far above our forecast in general. I'm curious what their forecast was. Was it like 5 units? Because like I don't think that there's gonna be that many. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen modular come and go in the computer world.
there we go, modular. Thank you, sir.
and this one's probably gonna be it too. They'll make one batch. They'll probably make like one upgrade, like RAM or like SSDs or something, and then it'll be done. It'll be dead. It's just like I don't know. I've seen them multiple times come through, and modular never works. It's just I think it doesn't work because I think most people don't know how to take apart a computer to begin with. Like, they don't even know how to open it. So like, it just, when I worked at Best Buy in my 20s, I had people come in that were tech savvy engineers. I mean, like, I've seen the whole lot, and they still walk in and they're like, hey, I need new RAM. And it's like, oh, well, you just unscrew the door and it's right there. It's like, okay, well, put it in for me. I'm like, okay, well, you got to go to Geek Squad. Like, people just don't want to do that stuff.
Dude, I think it's more of a mental thing. It's a mental hurdle for them, because I had a friend that was like that, and literally I was like, dude, turn on your video camera. I said, open the panel. I said, all right, you see those clips on the top and the bottom of your RAM? Push them. It's gonna unseat it. Pull it out. Make sure you remember which ones are filled right now. Take those out. Put the new ones in. Make sure the clips clip back. Close your panel.
That's
Turn on
it,
your computer. Like, and like,
We've done that.
whoa, that was everything. Like, yeah, that was everything. I said, most come to most. Like, we can check your BIOS real quick, make sure you're running on the right speeds, and like, that's it, dude. Like, hard part is over.
Yeah, I'd be curious on how long it takes them to get through all the batches, really. Because when you were scrolling down, they're like, what, on 8 batches?
7 batches?
7? Yeah, like, that's insane. I'm curious on how they're going to pull this off.
Well, it goes back to your original question. How many units in each batch?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But that's an insane number of devices if we're talking like in the thousands. I don't know where they're supplying.
I've seen a few, quite a few. I would say quite a few, but a decent amount of framework laptops for sale in the used market. So, you know, I mean, there's some out there. I don't know if it's the same batch or what, you know what I mean, but it's interesting. So,
yeah, I just find it funny that we have, like, you know, AYN that can't even get 16 gig modules or even procure like Snapdragons or screens, but we have a laptop company that's 7 batches in, and they're like, hey, we're going to get them out.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're passively getting comments about the main topic here. And so somebody just said, I hope they don't make a Steam Deck 2. Steam Deck has a lot of life in it. So, Mr. Colon, we have something to tell you, my friend. So we have something to tell you, my
sorry
friend.
to be
Yeah.
the bearer of bad news, my friend.
My friend. So Valve has confirmed that they've started working on the Steam Deck too.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
But and I tell you, okay, Lee, why are you excited?
You know, I'm reading the messages over here of I don't know if it's colon or colon.
Cologne. It's Cologne.
Oh, but you know, yeah, the Steam Deck is getting better with updates and everything, but I still think its software or I think its hardware is dated now. It's just really dated, and I think a refreshment is what it really needs. Like they don't have to change anything else. Like you don't have to change the outside of it. You don't have to change the screen or anything. Just slap a better computer chip in it. Like make it a little faster. Everyone will be happy.
Tula, what makes you excited about this thing?
He's like, I'm eating.
He's eating.
I just put a Sour Patch Kid in my mouth.
All right.
No, I got it.
You good?
Yeah,
I can tell you what. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited because it's time. That's generally like it's just time. It's been quite a while. Steam Deck is a phenomenal machine. I haven't owned a Steam Deck in some time, and there's a reason for it, and that reason is because just there's way more powerful devices on the market, and I enjoy playing the latest and greatest at higher than 800p. So, and granted, the OLED is nice, right? And the control, bro, I often say it all the time: best controller set of any handheld PC ever made. Just at the same time, right? Like it doesn't hold a torch to my Legion Go 2. It doesn't hold a torch to HX 370 devices, let alone freaking 395s. There's now a handful of 395 devices out there. They're incredible. They're exceptionally expensive, but they're really good. And I'm not saying everybody needs a 395. Like I said, HX 370s, F1 Pros, Neo 3s. You could generally find these secondhand for under $1,000. And dude, I mean, if you're a Linux guy, if you're a Steam OS guy, a Bazzite, Catchy OS, you can install that on any of these machines, and you can have the ultimate Steam Deck. And I think Steam also sees. I think they see potential. I think they see all these other companies eating away at what essentially was their game, right? Like they were the big fish, and not to take anything away, they still are. Like they still are the one who has sold the most out of these x86 devices, but with limited availability, I'll say, or most of the time sold out of the current unit, I think it was time to start looking at development of the next generation. Like what's going to bring us into the future? How can we even the landscape with all these other companies? How can we offer our users something fresh while still giving them something they're comfortable with or something they're used to? So for me, honestly, like, and I don't know if you guys want to spitball here or brainstorm, I would like to see a Steam Deck 2, basically the same shell. Same shell, take away all bezel. I know OLED has not that much bezel. I want screen to body ratio at a minimum. I want that screen to take up every bit of space that it absolutely can. I would also love a more powerful chipset, and I know what I'm asking for. I also know that comes at a fee. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, I want all this stuff and I still want it for $350 to $650. I know what I'm asking for is potentially a $900,000 Steam Deck, and I know a lot of Steam Deck owners out there are like, no, we don't. They like the fact that the chipset comes in, the Steam Deck comes in at the prices that it does, but the fact is that, dude, Steam is the only one who hasn't raised their prices. You've seen it across the board. Everybody else has had to, and there's a reason why they're not in stock. It's not because Steam can't get a hold of this stuff. It's because Steam probably just doesn't want to deal with the backlash of their user base getting upset by them raising the price.
That's a
So I think
really
at
good
that
point,
point,
dude. That's an
it's
amazing
better
point.
for them to just go into something new than to try to raise the price and keep releasing the same thing. And that's my opinion.
That's a
I think
fair
that's an
point.
amazing point. I think
Yeah.
that's a really good point. They are the only ones that have Asus, but Asus is a much higher price point walking in the door. And it's arguable that this experience on the Steam Deck is a better experience overall than most devices. Um, I'm excited. So I have questions, though, right? So when they first started talking about Steam Deck, Steam Valve had said, "Hey, we're not going to give us something unless it's a generational leap," right?
Right.
Which is what we're expecting. And they said sometime in the next year or two. And Tula stole my thunder a little bit because I did read somewhere that Valve said it was going to be very similar. And I'm assuming that's shape and form factor because it's a hit. He's right. It's a hit. It's amazing. Um, but again, and I agree, it has to be OLED. It's going to have to be OLED with smaller bezels, which could be like an 8-inch screen. I'm wonder if they're going to look at the battery life, if that's a concern. Steam Deck already has better battery life than most other x86s, but are they going to do something there with a more powerful chipset? Maybe Tulad's right. Maybe they do a 370 or a 470, which is a much more efficient chip than the Azeroth or whatever the chip was in the original one,
Yeah, the
6800U.
Aerith.
Yeah, Aerith, or yeah, on the 6800U or whatever it is, right? So there's something there. But to Tulad's point, which is I think is the biggest thing, that's going to come at a price. And Valve has shown us that they're going to wait till they're ready, and that's the beauty of them being a privately held company. They're gonna wait till they are ready, and they are going to release it when they're ready. But I think right now, especially in this landscape, the price is going to be the big deal and where they're at on it. So I'm curious. I'm excited just because it's something different, and they shaped the landscape for the PC handhelds in space. They're like the reason why I think it's become so successful because of the popularity of the Steam Deck. So I'm curious to see where that goes. I don't know.
I mean, to add on to Loud's point that they don't want to raise price. I think that's a fair point, but also they, without raising the price, they could just be stocking up on these devices, gutting them and getting ready to reshell them with like new product inside of them. I mean, they said the device was going to be similar, so I mean, they literally could just take out the screens and the guts, and they got shells. So that's one less thing that they have to do. I don't know how the community would feel about that if it was exactly the same. But also one more thing, I think I want to say that they're going to do like a better chip, but some unknown reason, I think Steam's going to want some special proprietary chip that they can name themselves, and just like they did in the first Steam Deck. And so it's going to be some weird alteration of some other chip. Maybe it's a 370, maybe it's a 470, or maybe it has comparable power. But it's gonna be something like that. It would be funny if they just took the Steam machine specs and then just stuff them into the Steam Deck.
I mean, it wouldn't be terrible because it's not. What do we call it, generational? Because they said that thing is like 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck, right?
Yeah.
Could we consider that a generational leap, like they're saying? I mean, and then
it's hard to say, right?
that point is going to be relevant to it too. But what if they took, to your point, what if they took the Steam Deck OLED shell, gave it an OLED screen with no bezel, stuck new guts and a bigger battery?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be happy with that because, as much as I hate to give him credit, Tulad's been saying since day one that build and that design and the comfort level and the placement of everything is on point. He's right. It is. It's still one of the most comfortable and ergonomically pleasing handhelds to hold. And it's 6 years old now. Is it 5 years old? So,
Yeah.
I mean, still. So, I don't think it'd be bad if they, kept the same shell and just put a better screen, better power and a better battery life. I mean,
I agree. And the funny thing is that everyone says that Steam is the budget friendly device, right? I always find it funny when people say that because they're like, oh, all these other devices are coming out. They're crazy expensive. But look at Steam. They're not expensive. Why can't everyone else not do that? And there's a reason. Steam sells a crap ton of games, so they can sell all these devices at a loss, and they still make money because they know you're going to fill your Steam library with games. All the other boutique companies, Asus, they're not boutique, but like Legion Go, Xbox, then you got your boutiques, One X, and everything. They don't have a gigantic, game library that you can buy games from and they make a profit on. If Steam didn't have Steam, they'd probably be at the same price. they would most likely be at the exact same price as all these other devices. So are they browser friendly? Yes. But they sold every single one of those devices at a loss. I think it was just like 2 or 3 years ago they finally went positive on the Steam Deck. It's not like they were positive the whole entire time. But Steam's the only people that can do it. They are the only ones. So if they came in with $1,000 unit, I wouldn't be angry. That's the environment. That's the way of the land. They're a company at the end of the day, so they have to make money.
I think it's a great point. The other thing too is that we have no idea the timeline on this, and honestly, I'm okay with that because I'm still chomping at the bit for the Steam Frame. I want to hear more about that. I know that the hardware is the thing. I still think, and I don't know who said it. It was one of you guys that said that, Steam Frame is probably a better release for them because it essentially should be a little bit more cost effective for them to release as opposed to, the Steam machine or Steam box or whatever it's called, right? So, yeah. So, and something else to the point you said. That's another reason why Steam is making Steam OS available on other devices because you install Steam OS on your device and you're gonna buy games from the Steam store. So I get that. I dig it. I dig it 100%. So before I want to talk about something else, and we mentioned Game Native earlier. Next, let me see if there's anything else you guys want to talk about before we get, because that'll be another big topic. Tulad and I were talking about this earlier. You see about Xbox that they're saying that they're that Helix chip. Let me get that article.
Oh yeah, I heard about the Helix chip. I haven't read much into it.
But they're saying potentially that they may be selling off or using third-party manufacturers for the hardware manufacturing. So is that going to be the next X? But here's the thing: Microsoft has said the next Xbox is going to be more like a PC, right?
Yeah, PC, right.
So that would make sense, especially with their partnership with Asus, and but they're saying even potentially MSI. So just interesting thing there, and something else that we talked about recently, in that I just saw that. I saw you laughing, looked over, and I saw that.
Hey, really quick, I know you kind of headed into the Xbox thing. I just want to mention that because of the Steam controller and the new features that the Steam controller is going to offer,
dude,
I think that they're going.
I forgot about the Steam controller.
Dude, you're totally good, brother. I think that well, first of all, for those of you guys that I'm pretty sure we all in the know at this point, but $99 for this thing. I think it's out May 4th. Is it May 4th?
Yep.
Day before Cinco de Mayo. So you can get your controller and a case of beer and have you a great Cinco de Mayo. No, just kidding. But dude, I thought that this controller was going to be a lot more expensive. But really quick, before I really dive into the controller itself, I want to say this controller's bringing some new features with it. And with those new features, I think that being that Steam is Steam, I think that they would want to also implement those features into the next Steam Deck. So ones that the Steam Deck would be missed, because the Steam Deck already has haptics in the trackpads. It already has gyro. But one of the features that I know that the Steam Deck doesn't have is what they're calling grip sense on the actual Steam controller, and that's where it could sense your hands touching the grips. I don't know how we're gonna utilize this in games. I know that they say it's to activate gyro and stuff like that, depending on where your hand is on the grip. But I'm pretty sure that they would want a pretty uniform control schematic across their lineup, right? If that's gonna be what the Steam controllers gonna have, they're gonna also want that in the Steam Deck too. So
Takes your blood
I think
pressure.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's your blood pressure.
I think that's the Ambernick one.
That's a really great point. The feature of it, and I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. We had highlighted it. I'm excited about this. I'm no Clef from Game Tech Talk, but I love controllers, and this thing looks so freaking cool. So I'm excited about this. Yeah.
Yep. So I want to make a mention that if you guys weren't there for, we're me and Matt are members of Handhelds United, and Handhelds United does Speedcast over on the Handhelds United channel. Sometimes you'll catch us there in their after show, or sometimes you'll catch us there guest co-hosting, or on other segments of shows that we're now starting to put out over there. But they spoke a little bit about this, and we talk all the time in Discord. We're all generally good friends, and so we're like hanging out every night and just talking about tech and things like that. And we all already planned it out for this launch, and all of us are preloading our Steam wallets so that the minute it's announced, we could literally just order them. Because if you guys remember what happened with the Steam Deck, it was
I'm
like
gonna go do it
active
right
for
now.
like 30 minutes, and then everybody was
It
like
was
locked
gone.
out, couldn't get
Yeah.
in there. And then it was gone. So if you guys are gonna want this, you're gonna want to preload and have that money already there, sitting and available. And that's what I did. I preloaded for 2. I want one for me. I want one for my daughter. So I preloaded
I did
for 2 of
not. I
these
did
bad
not
boys.
even think about that. I'm gonna go do that tonight. I did not even think about that. I'm gonna go do that tonight. I'm excited about this just because it looks cool. I mean, every single little bit.
Oh,
of
I'm
tech,
ready.
like, yeah. I can't wait to get those, to have that grip sense turn on the gyro and start playing Super Mario Brothers. Can't wait, man. I don't know. I'm glad you caught that. I completely forgot that.
I'd like a grip sense that I wish with the grip sense they just made some slits on the sides of the handles, and like it just had a fan so it could just cool my hands, because like when I get into like really intensive games, my palms start sweating. Man, that would be so cool.
Who was
Yeah.
it they used to make that? Was that Power A, or was it Mad Cats that had the controller, had the fans in
Wavebird.
it?
Wavebird,
And
yeah.
you turn it on, and the fans were so loud, and it made your
Yeah.
hands cold because it had,
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's too funny. I'm looking
Yeah.
to see, is there anything here about the grip sense? Does it say anything about
I mean, it says that the gyro was in the grips up there. It was pretty funny.
customizable Steam?
The controller looks cool, dude. I'm really shocked that they met that $99 price point, because to me, when we're talking Valve, we're talking first party, right? And
Mhm.
dude, like, and this is clearly like targeting like elite controllers and pro controllers. And if you guys know, right, like the Xbox Elite controllers start at 129 without back paddles. You want all the back paddles and everything, you're gonna spend like 180. PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge is like $200. So getting this for 100 is actually like, man, that's a steal. I know some people are still wanting it to be a bit cheaper, but dude, I don't think you could find another controller with the amount of features that this has for even the price that they're asking. So
But I like it's right there on that left side, right there. Daughter board for both sticks. Man,
Yeah,
the
that is very
repair
cool.
is going to
That
be
is very
super
cool.
fast. Super
Very
fast.
fast. Very cool.
the one thing that's kind of a bummer, and we kind of broke this down a little bit the other day, was that the TMR sticks are soldered.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're gonna have to replace the whole
Yeah.
board. I guess it depends on the price point of the board, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I mean,
but-
if the and generally they make all their stuff available with like iFixit and stuff. So if you could buy just the TMR stick with the daughter board as like one module, like that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
really
didn't
hoping.
think about that. That's how I assumed it was. It was gonna.
Yeah,
ship.
that's why I was hoping that it just comes with the daughter board, pre-soldered sticks, and you just slap it in.
It's not a
That-
tough solder, but not everybody likes to solder. So
Yeah, they
Mm.
they don't. They do not at all. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they've been partnering with iFixit for a while now, so
Yeah,
they might have had this idea already like in thought, and we probably see parts coming up for it.
we'll
And
see.
I mean,
We'll have to see.
yeah, it's really cool though.
So too loud. It says we're calling it GripSense. It's the new input for Steam controller that enables gyro and with capacitive touch. Hold and release to enable disabled gyro aiming. So it's just like you kind of thought. It's just an auto sensing gyro with capacitive touch in it. That's pretty cool. I'm digging that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm not a big gyro guy. Like, to
I'm
be
not
honest,
either.
I'm not.
But it's still cool that the features.
But
there.
I see some people who are freaking amazing with like flick shooting and all this kind of
Oh
stuff
my
with
gosh,
gyro. Like,
yeah.
oh man, I low key don't like those guys. You know, they're like you're playing mouse and keyboard and they're turning around as fast as you on their controller with their gyro. Like, yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I
but let's
can't
jump back
do
into the
gyro.
Xbox thing because it is quite interesting. I didn't mean to.
No.
sidetrack
I can't believe I forgot the Xbox. Oh, and by the way,
Vegan.
that company's called Secret Mode. The company that pulled the Nouveau out of Star Wars. It was killing me that I couldn't remember.
Oh, so we were close with Secret Sauce.
Yeah.
Good job, Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan Pop Tart saying that they said replacement parts, on iFixit, but not in the launch window. I mean, but that's still cool. Like you can fix your own controller.
Mhm.
Yeah, hopefully
job
we
on
don't
that.
need repairs right in the launch window.
You know, people with kids,
Oh.
it's hard. You got
I
8-year-old or
know, I
something
know.
spills soda or water on it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. My son launched my Elite controller. Like that's the reason why
Yeah, I
it has a
remember
new
that.
shell. I think
Yeah, I
it's here
remember
somewhere. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so that's cool. The self repair stuff is awesome. I hope it pushes people into fixing their own stuff. Like that's awesome.
Heck yeah. We'll see what happens. But come Monday, guys, order your Steam. Actually, why don't you all wait till Tuesday, or at least until after I
Right.
order my Steam controller Monday to order yours?
I feel like I'm gonna be asleep. I'm gonna wake up. They're all gonna be gone.
Yeah, probably.
I know. I thought about finding like an order bot, like just to place my order for me. Like,
Too funny, too
Yeah.
funny. So the Xbox thing. So we're talking, Xbox is talking about this next generation console, and they're saying that the Helix chip is going to be sent to companies like ASUS and MSI, and they're going to be making gaming hardware as well. Now, us as consumers are not going to be able to buy the chip, but they're going to be doing that. So I kind of, it's on par, it's on course, right? Because Microsoft said their next Xbox is going to be some sort of more like a PC. So does that mean that they're going to be the only ones making it? Birdo. They're going to be the only ones making it, or is it going to be, everybody making it? I kind of wondering if this is a good thing for them. I mean, they're going to have better control over pricing. They're going to get. I mean, I'm curious to see where that goes. They're struggling right now. We were talking earlier. Tula and I were talking. The Xbox sales is like 30% lower than it was the previous year. And they're trying to make strides to improve things. They lowered the price of Game Pass. At first I was like, oh, they lowered the price of Game Pass, but they took Call of Duty out. And then I was listening to HU talking about it last week, and they talked about it on Safe State when I wasn't here last week also. And I thought about it. Okay, it's not really a big deal for me. There's only been like 1 or 2 Call of Duties on Game Pass. I've been paying for them for years anyway, right? So I don't know if it's that big of a deal. It's actually still, and then now it went down in price, and they announced a new tier, which is going to be way cheaper, but it's going to have a cloud gaming limit on it. I feel like they're making the right moves, and then is this another right move? I mean, how do you guys feel about this? And then Xbox in general, their future. Too loud. Go first. Tell me what you're thinking.
I mean, well, first to touch on the Call of Duty removal from Game Pass, right? Like if you were using Game Pass Ultimate, which is what you needed on the console side in order to get Call of Duty, the price dropped to from 30 to 23. How much is Call of Duty? 60, $70? Like in 10 months of Game Pass, you would have saved $70. So you could literally buy that game every year and still pay less than you were going to pay for the Ultimate. So it's really not that serious, right?
Yep.
At first I was kind of like, dude, it kind of sucks. And then for us who we were with the PC bundle. It's not that big of a difference for us mostly, but I think it's cool. I see them still doing a little bit more scheming and cooking, trying to figure out where exactly would they want to go with Game Pass. I have seen some whispers about doing like maybe an a la carte type deal where you can choose the games that you want, like the big triple A's that you want with your Game Pass. I don't know if I would really be cool with that idea, just kind of give me because I don't really know what I want. I like Game Pass because it's kind of like a buffet, right? Like I go there, I try something. I don't really like this. Let me try this other thing. Try this. Okay, this one's cool. And honestly, like I can't tell you how many games I've bought and because of Game Pass. Like I go on Game Pass, I try the game. I'm like, dude, this game's dope, and I'll just go buy it. So I think that's cool. I think as far as the hardware thing goes, um, I don't I don't know which way to feel about this. Like I don't know if it's a good thing, a bad thing. I don't know if it's just a marketing publicity thing. I think it's kind of weird. But at the same time, like we've seen companies do stuff like this before, like, more so like in the phone industry, Google used to have a lineup called the Nexus. And the Google Nexus every year was made by a different manufacturer. Like you had a Samsung Nexus, you had an LG Nexus, you had, so possibly, this works out for them for the better. Maybe they skirt a little bit of cost in manufacturing by allowing these other companies to take up that part. I just don't know how much they would subsidize the unit at that point, and I don't know if tariffs would be a factor. It's a weird thing. I'm excited to see where it goes. I would really love to see like that Helix chip, like maybe in a handheld. I think that would be
Yes.
kind of cool. Especially like, okay, if it's too powerful, maybe do something like what the Switch does, where you kind of throttle it when it's on battery, but when you have it docked or plugged in, you give it the full boost. I think that would be pretty cool. People dock them, and I think Nintendo would be pissed. But I think I would enjoy it, especially me who really likes to handheld game. So I don't know.
What do you think, Lee?
Um, I haven't read much about it. I know it's the Helix, so you guys might have to give me a down low on it really fast. So it's a new chip, AI based or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know how much details they've released on it. I'm
Okay, so
assuming
there's no details. Okay.
I'm
It's
assuming
gonna be all
with,
Copilot, dude.
yeah, I'm assuming with
Yeah.
Microsoft's, big push into AI, it's gonna you're right, it's gonna rely heavily on AI stuff.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what made Xbox is its UI and its software, right? If they turn it into a PC, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I like Windows PCs, but they have a lot of problems. Like, it's not user friendly. Even though a lot of people say it is, but there's so many problems. It could be security patches or some stupid stuff. Um, so I, I don't know. If it's going the PC route, at least make it still have its UI. I don't know. I'll be the slop approved. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be slop approved. Yeah. Everyone's moving towards AI, and that's what I'm kind of afraid of. I'm afraid we're going to see AI in it, and that's going to bring on a whole new set of problems. But I can't say much about it because I don't know a lot about it.
It's interesting. Well, we'll have to see. I don't think any of us really have a lot of knowledge on it. I'm just curious to see, and what they need to win, right? And they need to win. And I'm not a huge fan of what they're doing and the kind of direction they're doing with everything's Xbox and kind of getting away with exclusives and stuff. But we've said this 100 times. These companies need each other we as consumers need these companies to be competitive with each other because it forces them to do better. And when there's competition, at some point in time, it doesn't seem like it now, but at some point in time, it's just a rule of law with retail. The price will come down, if nothing else than competition, right? So we need something. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
I wonder, Does anybody know where we're at on the contract that Xbox made with PlayStation when they bought Blizzard? Because I know they made a like in order for it to go
Year?
through,
2
they
years?
made a deal. They made a deal saying like, well, we'll release Call of Duty on PlayStation for such and such amount of
Right.
time. And I'm wondering if because you guys see where PlayStation's going lately and what they're saying as far as like bringing their exclusives back to their consoles and like they'll come to PC later, maybe a year later or so. You wouldn't get them day one anymore on PC. So I'm wondering if Xbox is trying to play hardball with them and will stop releasing COD on PlayStation, and that's the reason why they're removing it from Game Pass
Good
because
point.
now they're going to need those physical sales because they're not going to get the physical sales from PlayStation anymore. So I'm wondering if that's part of the game,
That's a good
and
point.
I mean to be
point.
interesting, right? Because like, dude, it's not like I think Xbox kind of like if they wanted to like say, hey, well, all of these companies that we bought, these games will be exclusive now to Xbox and PC. But you have to buy them on PC through Microsoft Store, or even if they still left them on Steam and stuff. If they on console limited them to Xbox and maybe Switch, like that's still like, dude, that's Diablo 4.
That's it
That's
right there.
whatever
Diablo.
they're cooking up next. That's the COD franchise. That's Overwatch. I mean, they have a good amount of StarCraft games. They have a
Wow.
good amount of stuff
They got
there from
WoW. There's a
Blizzard.
ton.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
So I think like they can actually like kind of work like I don't know, maybe PlayStation will want to come to the table with that because a lot of PlayStation gamers are Call of Duty gamers and Diablo gamers, and I think that would kind of be a tough blow for them.
I agree. That's
Because for a long time, remember, dude, PlayStation was one of those companies that they tried to make a first party shooter to kind of compete with Call of Duty, and they never could. They tried with like Kill Switch or whatever that game was called back in the day. Killzone. Like they tried to come up with something, they never did. So they need Call of Duty on their platform. It's gonna hurt them to not have it.
Call of Duty, they tried that. Then they tried to go Fortnite with Concord, and that just failed miserably. You have a great point there. They don't have any FPS games outside of COD and Battlefield, and those are not
Like us, the older generation, we may not play COD as much as we used to, but guess what? The younger generation plays, right? Like, and there's more of them than there are of us.
Boy,
So,
I mean, all great points. These companies, they go back and forth, and really the people getting played are right here. So it's
us,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
It was nice because for a few years we didn't feel that console war vibe anymore, but I feel like we're getting back into an era where like we are gonna get into a bit of a console war here for a little bit, and I think Xbox needs the war. To be fair, like that's the only way to get a strong foothold again. I mean, you see them making deals with Nintendo now, like to bring Xbox games over to Switch, so they need it, dude.
I agree. I think they need it, and I think as consumers, if it goes the way that I'd like it to do, that we're going to end up benefiting from because the competition creates stuff. It creates ingenuity. It creates new games. It creates stuff. It's a better overall experience for all of us, and hopefully, it will help bring down prices. So we'll have to see. We have to see what the future is. All right, I'm gonna give Lee a little minute to shine. I'm gonna Lee a little minute to shine. Show us that thing you got on the bed there. Show us so we can talk about some Game Native.
Game Native. Oh, all right, this one. Yeah,
He can't wait.
This guy was a pain in the butt to get.
Look at that thing.
Look at that beauty, dude.
My God.
So tell us for those in the back of the class. Tell us what we're looking at here.
This is Conquer Pocket Fits B-Duck Edition 8 Elite, 24 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive.
How hard were these to get?
Impossible. Impossible. Until I and Neo announced that they have a few. I think they're selling close to 900 right now, which a lot of people think is insane. I would agree, but I am crazy, so I did get one. Yeah, I did get one. I thought it was really cool. You know, I didn't think it was gonna look this good, but then when I started seeing it on the YouTube video, I think someone got a hold of one early, and they did a YouTube review on it, and I was just like, wow, that looks good. I want it.
The color is gorgeous. Like the color combo is gorgeous.
They've ever released. Yeah, I agree. Best
So,
B duck ever.
great story about this one. And Jedi doesn't know if I was telling him a little about it earlier before we jumped on, but it came DOA, which was hilarious. My luck with Aya Neo is great. I tried to power it on, would not power on, and I was just like, it's dead. And so, you know, I started messaging the store I got it from, and I messaged Aya Neo, and the great replies I got back was it was fantastic. They were just like, try different bricks and different cables and see if it comes on. That's their solution. Their solution is to just play roulette with bricks and cables and hope it powers on. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, what do I got to lose? And so I went through 7 different bricks, like 10 different cables, would not power, just would not. And I was just like, I was ready to throw in the towel, really. And then I was like, I got this old power brick that I got this old battery bank, and it'll tell me if it's taking a charge, because like it'll blink if the device is not taking a charge. So I was like, well, let's see if it's even charging. So I plug it in, and it boots up instantly. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. This old piece of crap brought it back to life. And so, yeah, I was pretty shocked. But
that tells
now,
you the quality of the stuff that they send with it.
Yeah, so now it powers on. It hasn't had any problems since. I'm hoping it doesn't. But the great thing is I don't know if my camera is good enough, but it says Pocket S2 here. It doesn't even say Conquer.
Oh my god, dude!
It doesn't even say Conquer Fit Elite there. It says Pocket S2.
I see the S2 behind the tie.
Yeah. So I was like, so it's running the Pocket S2 software, or I'm not sure, but it was pretty funny when it booted on the first time and I saw it, and I was like, that's quite funny. But man, I've been trying to get into some Game Native, and I don't know if everyone's seen in chat yet, but Game Native has a pre-release for 9.1 drop. Very exciting stuff in their new release. I mean, those guys over there, I gotta give them props. Really, like just applause to them. They be cooking like nonstop. Like they just be in the kitchen just going at it. I mean, they are trying really hard to just give us something amazing, and it's just awesome to see it mature. But in this new update, tons of cloud save fixes, which we really need, because they broke it in 9.0 really bad.
Yeah, one of the cloud saves broke one of my game saves, dude.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah,
they broke it pretty bad. I even had some games get deleted straight from cloud, like not even just on the local hardware. They deleted the cloud saves, and I lost hours and hours worth of games. I was like, oh no, what happened?
So
yeah, it sucked.
Yeah,
it sucked.
What's the overall experience playing Game Native games on the third best available device to play Game Native games on? What's that like?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Matt.
So now the only thing,
it's probably the first best looking though.
Yeah. The only thing rolling in my head now is like, what's the 2 best? I'm thinking like Odin 3 and Thor.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nail.
Okay, got it.
We told you this guy was smart, right?
Yeah. You know, I maybe it's just me, but I like the feel of the Conquer Pocket Fit over the Odin 3. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not the only person I've heard say that. You're not the only person. I've heard quite a bit of people who have had the opportunity to hold on to both of them. They enjoy the ergonomics of the Conquer Fit over the Odin for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it just fits right. And I can play long hours on it. I can hold it over my head. I'm not afraid it's going to fall on my face. Like
Having trigger locks is a plus too.
the trigger locks are really nice. They are. In terms of performance differences, I haven't really tested it, but they look the same to me. I'm getting the same temperatures, same performance. So like in terms of chips, Snapdragon versus Dragon Wing, they're both the same thing. So no real issues there. They play and perform the same way. Though the Conquer, you since it's already routed through INO, which I think they do. I think they route it. You can actually mess with like the you can tweak the CPU, so you actually can get it a lot cooler by like cutting some of the CPU's powers in half. But I have been hearing through the grapevine that Odin 3 has a script now that lets you undervolt it, which actually cools it down also. So Odin's not too far behind also.
Interesting.
And just so that people out there know, that aren't aware, Lee actually owns the Conquer Fit and the Odin 3. He has an Odin 3 Ultra, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't, because you have, and that's what I was gonna get into actually. Lee was a person who kind of put me on the fence with the Odin 3 because Lee was experiencing burn-in on his Odin 3's OLED. So one of the prime reasons to get an Odin 3 is OLED, and this guy here buys an Ultra, the top tier one, and is getting burn-in. So it's kind of a bit of a bummer. I haven't heard too many reports of that, but Lee showed us, in a Discord call.
And, yeah, it loves to save images on the screen, and they stay around for like 15-ish minutes, and then they go away. Some people say I gotta let the screen cook for a little while, and it'll fix that issue. There have been some reports of like some people's screens just dying completely. There was one where some guy's screen melted, which was very interesting. But it's a very small handful of devices. We're not talking like in the hundreds. We're talking like 10.
Okay, so two things. I want to remind Too Loud that he is actually officially Team AYN, so he needs to stop the shit right now. Okay, that's first off. Secondly, I really wanted a Conquer Pocket Fit because of Lee, right? Because of what he said. I really wanted one. But then they went and raised the price $130, and I'm just
they did raise it.
Hell nah. I can't. And I mean, clearly this is the superior device.
You're so impulsive, bro.
Yeah, so
what
what Selfish is saying here, yeah, it's not burning. Selfish, you're right. We
image retention.
Image retention is the correct term we wanted to use.
Mm-hmm.
It does retain image. It's not permanent, but it is there. It's a little annoying. It bothers me. So I haven't turned it on in a while.
Well, let's be fair. You are picky as shit. Super picky. This guy takes handhelds apart and replaces the thermal pads in them because he doesn't like the color that the stock thermal pads come with. Okay? So
I mean, he's super picky, but and most of the time that's kind of like annoying, right? But I mean, I think it's warranted. I think it's warranted when you buy like a top SKU device, right? Like you should be kind of more picky. Like you're buying the top best of the best, right? Like you would think if QC mattered at all, it would most definitely matter on the high end ones.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely would think so, but you know what? I can't fault AYN because I got a DOA BDuck, so like.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother level of QC, brother.
Yeah,
take it a step further. I mean, haven't you pretty much had to take apart almost every single one of your INEOs on a run?
Oh yeah.
God, you have awful luck with that, man.
I do. The DMG screen was bad. The Retro Power Evo I had thermal throttling issues. Oh man, the BDuck PAM that was just recently. Light bleed galore, man. I got a bad pick. Yeah, I got a bad one.
Very overhyped device to me. The PAM.
Yeah,
very overhyped.
It's got some really bad light bleed. Like, if you guys can pick one up for like $70-$80, worth it if you guys want something to just run around out of town, or just having your pocket to play. Great device for that. Light bleed, horrible.
Yeah. Great if you just want to just chuck it at somebody in the middle of the night.
It's not up because I knew, yeah.
The ghosting wasn't. I was like, man, it's okay. I mean, $80 device. But then when they stuck that same screen in the freaking Pocket S Mini, I was like, bro, now we're talking a $400 device with that same screen with ghosting. That, to me, again, that's the same old irony. It's a consumer slap in the face. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, I got lucky on the screen on the Mini. It is better. Ghosting's still there. Little less noticeable because I think it has more power. I'm not 100% sure, but it does have ghosting. Not as bad as the PAM if you crank the thing up to max power. Like, it's got to be on max power. It's okay. I won't say it's great. It's okay.
So really quick, just to clarify, the Odin 3 12 gig is $439. The Conquer Fit Elite 12 gig is $469. So $30 more. It's not they didn't make a huge price leap there in comparison.
I think it's the top end ones wasn't it the top end ones that was like 130.
Yeah, the 24 gig 1 terabyte.
Yeah, I mean, but look, to be fair, right? Like, at least they have it as an option. Odin doesn't even have it as an option anymore.
Too loud. What are you doing?
I'm just saying. I mean, it's there. I mean, you can't.
Oh,
he's having technical difficulties. We talked about he's an Odin chill, and
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of enjoyed last week when you were not here. It was actually pretty great, bro.
Oh my god!
No, I missed you. I'm just kidding. I missed you.
I deserve that. I deserve that.
I mean, dude, if you're going for I think a lot of people went for ultras and stuff, but I think most people went for 12 gig models, right? It's kind of been the standard, and for a $30 price difference, choose your poison. You want to go with AN, you want to go with Aya Neo, you want to roll. Let me say this better. You want to roll the dice with Aya Neo. It's always a luck of a draw there. So I know, Derek. That's why I said no. I miss Jedi, dude. That's my boy, man. I love throwing shit at him and having a good time, but I enjoy having Jedi.
Yeah. Like Too Loud is saying, pick your poison. I know there's a lot of controversy of LCD versus OLED, but I will tell you guys, both the screens look great. They do. They
did say that. You said it's one of the best LCDs you've ever seen on that.
I have. Yeah, the Conquer Pocket Fit has probably one of the best LCDs I have seen in a long time. Obviously, the OLED looks way better, but I mean, it's a fantastic. It's a fantastic screen for LCD.
Yeah. That's good.
I do want to make a mention while we're on the topic of Ioneo. Our good friend Clef from Game Tech Talk actually ordered his Pocket DS from Ioneo, and we were all congratulating him because he got in on it before the price hike, which the price hike was not small of that device. It was actually quite large. I think the base 8 gig model is now $579 or something, which is ludicrous. And we're congratulating him like, yo, dude, you got it in perfect time. And because I think he got that thing for $379 directly from Ioneo, which was phenomenal. And he gets it, he's so excited, he opens it, and his screen has horrible light bleed. And it was just like, dude, my boy Clef could not catch no luck with these dual screen devices because his bottom screen was having ghost touches, and he had to replace the bottom screen. So then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get the Pocket DS, and then he has light bleed. And Clef is also pretty picky like Lee. So I don't know if he's as picky as Lee. I don't think he's gonna change the thermal pad because of the color. But but he is very picky on screen clarity and saturation and colors and uniformity and things like that. So,
oh my God, look at the
I
chat.
I like that one.
Birdie there, just birding idea. I don't really want to put the stuff on screen.
I like that. I
don't care.
Funny.
It's
funny.
By Ioneo.
It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah. Oh my God, DK.
I think INEO needs to hear this kind of stuff
Oh,
because
look at Derek's comment.
they could step
Oh,
it up,
God.
bro. They could step it up. People will buy their products if they make good products and they deliver them in a mannerable time. It's just about
kill it.
having good quality control and good customer service. Step those two things up, and you guys will have a loyal fan base.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh
here's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing,
I think we. Yeah. Go for it,
No,
Jedi.
I was talking about Lee. Lee is a prime example of exactly what you're saying because I don't know if I know anybody who buys more INEO products than Lee.
I do buy a
In
lot.
spite of that, that experience that he's had, and he's had a unique, mostly not positive initial experience with a lot of the INEO products, right? He buys their premium Android device, their top of the line Android device right now. Well, I guess could you call the Conquer the top of the line, or is it the Pocket S2 the top of the line? Either way,
yeah,
he
they're both.
gets his Conquer. We're not going to talk about the price.
I
he
would
pays
go.
for it.
I mean, if we're
Go ahead.
talking top of the line, there's two differences, right? Like Conquer has top of the line chipset, whereas Pocket has top of the line CNC metal and all that crap.
Fair.
But
Okay.
the Conquer is more powerful.
Okay. Well, let's just
The
go.
8 Elite variant.
Yeah, let's just go say the Conquer based on the price point that they're asking for it now. And he gets it and he struggles with it turning on. And then when it finally does turn on, it freaking says Pocket S2 on it.
You're
Come
right.
on, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And it's just that experience as a whole is just like every single device. It's something like that. I don't know. It kills
No, that's
me.
pretty poor. That's pretty poor. Like, dude,
Yeah.
imagine if it had like a Pam wallpaper on it.
That would be funny.
Oh
That
my
would have been
God.
funny. That would have been funny.
Oh my God.
Lately I've been seeing INEO's quality go downhill. Like it has from the beginning of this year to where we are now. Probably like at the probably in the middle of last year, they just started like really going downhill. I won't say they were the best to begin with at the start, but it seems like it's even worse now. In terms of like quality control, like the light bleed issues and things like that. And they don't want to help people, which is a customer service problem that we still have with them, even though they brought out like that 97 tier problem fixing issue thing. Yeah.
They flopped on that thing in 36 hours, bro.
Yeah, it didn't take them long at all.
Yep.
But I think we've talked about it here on this podcast in general quite a bit. We love the language of INEO's designs. Like they just come up with really good designs, and the funny part is everybody copies them. Everybody copies INEO when they come up with something new. They did the whole front glass panel, then AYN did it, then Retroid, then Ambernick. Like they follow suit all the time, which is kind of funny.
They have amazing aesthetics, dude. Like that's the
They
one thing
do.
you can't take away from INEO. Like their aesthetic is gorgeous, dude.
And their innovation is
like
top notch.
if I was gonna I know they like to compare themselves to Apple, and in a lot of ways,
Like an Apple Core.
I can't see like the comparison, but with the aesthetics, I can. With the aesthetics, I can see where they draw. Like, okay, dude, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. It's just their quality control is not good. Their customer service is not good, and those two things alone are way more important than your aesthetics, right?
Oh yeah, those are company killers, right?
Yes, yes,
what-
absolutely.
What can you do? I feel like we're complaining a bunch, but maybe their local community isn't complaining as much as us. I don't know because
Their local community would be murdering us right now if they were listening to this conversation.
Yeah, right. So
I don't know if I
maybe
want to
that's why
post
they don't
selfish
care.
as commented on the screen.
Right, I know. I saw it.
I was like,
I saw it, I was like, no, that's gross.
Something that they do that it's like I was saying about the innovation, like the PAM itself. How freaking cool that $80 device had 2 extra buttons that were completely programmable for multiple levels. Like I had one, the RC button set to like, I think it was adjust my fan setting and my oh my gosh. If you clicked it once, it would adjust the it had multiple settings on it. So you have 2 buttons that can do like 3 functions each. click it once for one thing, double click it twice for another thing, and then long press for, and you could programmable stuff like that is so top notch. But then, like again, we go back to the stuff like poor Lee has his own little. This is my box for my new INEO device so that I can take it apart as soon as I get it and fix it.
Right.
I got a woosah right now because I hovered over you for the entirety of you talking, and just listening to you give Pam any praise hurt my soul, dude. It hurt me in my soul. I was like hovering over remove, like I was like, oh, dude.
Do you remember when I saw my 476H because I was excited about the Pam because it was so cheap? Do you remember that? Right.
And guess what? Guess what? You don't have, and guess what? You have again.
Yeah, my 476H is sitting on my nightstand right now. Yeah. And Oh, and by the way, plug, got my 476H from the used market on Handheld United. Go check out our Discord.
Nice.
You can catch Too Loud. You can catch the Handheld Hoarder gaming on there. They're playing some weird game that I'm not cool enough to play right now.
Yeah, we are there. You guys can come and talk to us.
I was getting up for work this morning, leaving for work, and I was on there yelling at them because they were still gaming. I'm like, bro. So,
you just missed Too Loud too. Like he was there like 20 minutes before you got on to start complaining that we were all awake.
I jumped in. I'm like, go to sleep.
It was too late, and it was a lot of chatter. And dude, I was actually still playing when Matt popped in there, but I was like playing in silence because I didn't want to hear any more chat. Sometimes at night I get like that. Like I want to talk, but like Clef said something amazing the other night. It was like, your true friends when you can hang out in a chat and it dead silent and still be having a great time. Like you don't have to fill the air with words just because it's empty. Like, and dude, so I was like, it was chatter, and it's nothing wrong with that. We're tech guys. We love to talk tech and just go into breaking down stuff. But it was just last night was one of those nights for me where I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to hear the game. I don't want to just hear all this chatter. So I just left and I just continued to play the game. So I still played for another hour, but just by myself.
Guys are insane, man. I don't have that in me.
Oh god,
I don't have that in me. Like waking up and I'm like leaving for work and these dudes are still going. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, we were having a blast. Like us three got into a call and it was just dead quiet. The only thing that you ever heard us say was, "Hey, I'm gonna do some polls. You want to watch it?"
Yeah, dude, that was it, bro. Like, hey, as soon as somebody does some polls, so I'm gonna give everybody a tip, right? Like, we have rules in Handhelds United, but we also have like shadow rules, the unspoken rules. And one way to get yourself banned really quick without even knowing it, do some pools without telling everybody you're doing pools in the gacha. Like,
let me install it. Now you see I can play that Android. Can I play with you guys? It's got to be on the PCs.
No, you can do Android or PC. Yeah, either one.
Still join in with you guys if it's on my Odin 3.
Yep,
you sure can.
You sure can. But yeah, everyone, someone would be like, "Yeah, I'm doing polls right now." They're like, "What? Why aren't you streaming this? Get on right now!"
What's it called, dude? It's called Neverness to Everness.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the name itself makes me not want.
Type in NTE. It'll probably come up with NTE.
Roll one, don't talk. I mean,
dude, if Zach was on the panel, I would kick him and not bring him back onto the panel. Like he would sit in the background for the rest of the show, dude.
The PAM is a very touchy subject. Yeah, it is very touchy subject. I won't say it's the worst device, but I won't say it's the best device either. It's just kind of middle of the road.
Dude, 4x3
to load NTE on the PAM.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna go ahead and say 4x3 retro screen devices. The 476H is the best there is. The price to performance, the experience, that screen is insane. It's just, I mean, yeah.
Good on Amber Nick for that one.
Yeah, no, they pulled a good one out right there.
And then they made the Archie rotate.
Check all the boxes.
Damn.
I'm gonna get the rotate. Did they do a launch date on the rotate yet?
I haven't heard anything about a launch date, but supposedly soon. Hopefully. Yeah. But let me look through here, see if anyone has
All right, that game installed quick. It's one of those ones that installs and then it's got to do like.
And
a
yeah, you have to
download.
install it and then open it, and it's gonna do more installation.
Yeah, it has a
help.
launcher. Yeah. No,
Yes.
I don't see anything about a date.
All right, it's downloading now. Cool.
But obviously, we're all gonna have a rotate here, so it's gonna be hilarious. I really didn't think it was gonna be an aluminum hinge, so I was really happy about that. I was like, I watch it be plastic, and you go to flick it, and it just launches off.
Stop! I was thinking about a plastic one. Stop, dude. Oh my god!
That will not make me happy, bro.
Oh my god! I'm like doing a review video, and I flip it, and this flea screen.
Yeah, it just starts flying.
No way, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone says the 76H is arguably Ambernick's best device.
Ooh, what's?
I mean, yeah, that's that might be true. It might be true. I mean, for price to performance, and fit and finish, and just having everything done right, like it's one of the few devices that I hear people ever complain about. Like that thing gets so much love, and I understand why.
What's your favorite Ambernick device, Lee?
Ooh, man.
Don't say the Win 600.
But Retro Tech Dad would love that if I did say that.
Yeah.
The whole he loves that device. But it's hard for me because I have a ton of nostalgia for the 351P.
Mm-hmm.
Like I put in so many hours into that device, and it was just a great device. It's just perfect candy bar, everything. But they've come a long way now. And if I would have to say which one's my favorite now, it would probably be the 476H. Like they did really well. The only thing I can say bad about it is I wish I had just a little more power. I just wanted a little more power.
Give us an 8300. I don't know. I would say give
I
us
didn't even
an
need like the
8300 model.
8300.
But I mean, just something that does PS2 a little bit better.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I needed.
Because there's some great,
needed.
I enjoyed playing PS2 games on the 477M, but and there's a thing to do a custom fan curve, but it's loud. It's loud.
Yeah.
Tula, what's your favorite Ambernick all time?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got it.
Oh,
Well, yeah, we knew this. Why did we even ask? Why did we even ask? We already knew this.
So funny story.
353P.
I'm gonna say, for me, it's probably that 353P, or I don't know. I really like the I like the M, but it's cool. But I think it probably 353P. And funny enough, so the 353P wasn't really on my radar, and Too Loud bought one locally, so it went to me, and I picked it up and shipped it to him, and I fell in love with it. And it's probably, you remember that? That was like 3 years ago, right?
I do. Yeah.
And I fell in love with it, and I had to have it to the point where I was like, man, how good of friends am I with this guy? Should I just try to snag this,
Hey, that's some bullshit, dude. That's some bullshit.
And the kick in the nuts is that I said it to him, and he's got like one of the only 353Ps that have the 120 hertz screen on top of it.
Yeah. I got a golden goose, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't get 120s, but mine definitely has the 120.
I don't know. It might be the 353P. I like the 34XXSP, and I like. I know it's terrible. I really
you like the forehead?
Yeah, I do. And I like the 351P, the 351 MP, the 3x2 351. There's like three of them. I can't remember.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, the MP is the one with the
And I like so many. I was gonna say in the ARC too, but no, the 353P is the only one of those that I still play with every once in a while. So, yeah.
Oh,
I'm surprised
Lee
Lee didn't go RG Nano.
Right. I haven't used my RG Nano since I beat Doom on it.
Yeah, I was just saying, did you finish Doom on that? You're insane, dude.
Yeah, I haven't used it since then. And then also with the clamshells too, I only played one game on them and I haven't used them again.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. The cube is a good one. Someone says that they love their cube. That is a good one. I don't use.
Yeah, the cube is.
Yeah.
The cube is good,
I
but
don't-
my favorite. I mean, I have a favorite 1x1 that like freaking. It's just I can't touch any other 1x1 now.
I
RGB 20 sex, dude.
I would like to say the cube. Okay, so the problem I have is the 820 chip. It's like it's right in the middle of the road between it the performance. Like it just needs a little more to be in that top tier area, but it dominates the bottom tier area. So I'm just like, if it just had just a little more, I would love it more. But that 820 just gets me.
I think I'm not. I don't dig the 1x1s with Android. I feel like those need to be Linux. I feel like it's a better experience. I don't know.
It depends to me. Like on a vertical, I don't care. On a horizontal, I do. Like honestly, actually mentioning vertical, there's an Ambernic that I've slept on for quite some time that I'm probably gonna pick up tonight when I go home, and I need to get that 477V.
I know. I've been thinking
really,
about it,
really
dude.
need to get that.
I skipped
I
that
just
one.
feel like,
I've been thinking about
dude,
it too.
everybody who has it loves it, and
Mhm.
it looks like it's probably the best vertical that Ambernic's ever made.
You're
That
right, man.
screen, and its comfort. It's my problem with verticals. I don't find them as comfortable as horizontals, and I'm kind of interested in it because of that. Yeah, and it's got the
Yeah, it's a bit wider.
Mhm,
So I
mhm.
think like you can find yourself in that kind of space where you're like, okay, I could actually play on this.
Mhm.
It's a miss for me. Like, okay, the front, amazing. Like they did great. Then you flip it around and it looks like it's a whole nother device.
It looks like an SJ Gam on the back. It looks like, yeah.
I was like, what did you guys do here? Is this where all the cheap parts went?
My
Yeah,
God.
no, you're right. The back, you look at the back and it got those small Ambernic vertical triggers, and like I tossed a lot of shit on Ioneo, but dude, the way that they implemented the triggers on the DMG, I have yet to find a DMG do it better. Like they are, I think they're the perfect implementation for triggers on a vertical. Honestly,
It's interesting. You bring a good point. Like you have a DMG, and I know
I want to see
like,
if I have it with me. Actually,
you have your DMG, and you're willing to let go of your Retro Pocket Classic, which is something I thought you would never do because the DMG is so good. But then you're still looking at the 477V. There's something to be said there. I think there's a lot of value in that. So I don't know.
well, I didn't get rid of the classic. It wasn't easy to get rid of the classic. I'll say that. Like it wasn't easy, but I just needed to bring some funds back in for a lot of purchases I was making. So I sold it with a lot of other devices I was selling, but it will be a device that I'll probably double back on at some point if there's not a new generation of it released at some point. But I did want to just show the implementation of the triggers on the DMG for those who don't have a DMG. And as you see, like the two diagonal ones are the R1 and L1, and then this top piece is R2 and L2. And dude, it is so comfy. Like your hands just sit on there perfectly. So it's like you hit this with this part of your finger. You hit R1 and L1 with this part, and then the R2 and L2 with the actual tip of your finger. And it sits there perfectly. So it's like, to me, it's really the best implementation of triggers on a vertical.
Yeah, they were trying to be innovative with the front. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Is that all one
And it
piece
is
or is it
gorgeous.
separate pieces? That
Um,
R1
Oh, the
L1 is that one piece?
the L2 and R2 is one piece.
Mhm.
The L1 and R2 are separate. They
Okay.
do have a split.
That's
Dude, this thing's been on in my backpack for like 5 days, and I want to say that it has 47% battery
Nice.
after 5 days of just sitting in my backpack in
pretty
standby.
dope.
Yeah.
It's a definitely a very fun device. I played what was that game that we were playing? Man, Delta Force. The Delta
You played Delta Force on the DMG.
I did.
He did. He was running around one-tapping people with a revolver.
Oh my God!
And using
Lee.
the touchpad for the right stick. I was like,
Yeah.
God, this guy's crazy, bro.
He's
Yeah.
that guy we were talking about earlier that plays those FPS shooters with the flick stick stuff and turns around. Lee's that
Yeah.
crazy person because we were playing
Gen 2.
when we first started playing Delta Force. We were playing. He was like sniping people with like an assault rifle across the map from on top of a roof. Like, yeah, he's a beast, man.
Let's not even talk. I'm not comfortable talking anymore about Delta Force when it comes to Lee. It's not safe for the air. So
yeah. There's some.
I don't want to go any further.
There's a
into
reason
that.
why I have to be good.
If you want to see Lee at his worst, invite him to play Delta Force with you.
The D-pad's pretty good on the DMG, actually. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I enjoy it too.
I just to think about that. I remember playing Delta Force Elite a couple times. Like, oh, you need Jesus, bro.
I'm pretty bad in arc raiders also.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
He may be worse than Arc Raiders, which is crazy.
Yeah, I am pretty bad in those games. I get a little rowdy. My OG Xbox days come back to me.
oh my gosh. All right, Alex, what you got for us, man? What you want to talk about before we wrap up? Because this game finished installing, so I'm gonna play it.
Oh no, that's it, dude. I wanna go home and
play
play some NTE, bro. So
I think that's all what we all want to do. Yeah.
Join us in the Discord. The link is in the description. We're all over there hanging out. It'll be us. It'll be Clef after he's done with his stream that he's doing tonight over on My Game Sir on Twitch. GG's over there. A bunch of good guys over there having fun, just talking nerd stuff and playing games. Even if you just want to stop in and just listen and just hear some tech talk, we're always there hanging out, having a good time. That's it, dude. Only thing I got coming up here is some Super X stuff, maybe some Legion Go 2 stuff.
You downloaded.
I got some other stuff too that I'm not gonna mention. Like I said, I got that 392 device coming in this weekend. So
sweet. Are we gonna see because you got a Z13? We're gonna see Legion, Super X Z13 comparison in that video or what? The people want to know. The people want to know.
I mean, I can show some side by sides.
Look up the GameSir Twitch. You'll find him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if Geek Boy, you're talking about Clef, it's My Game Sir on Twitch. Yep.
Stream your polls or face ban. Yes, Gigi. Yes.
I don't even know what a pull is, so I'm guessing I'm gonna
really
manage
quick.
to get myself banned.
Yeah, that's what I did mention that GG earlier, that we have an unwritten rule there in the Discord. If you do not announce and stream your pools, you will be banned from the Discord. So, dude, we live vicariously through each other with these pools, so we need to see.
I can't wait to find
I
out
do
what
want to
this
make a
is.
mention really quick, just because we had a poll going for quite some time, and I asked people if they would buy a Steam Deck 2 if they're interested. 76% said yes, take my money. 24% said no, I'm good with the original. So
that's huge.
yeah,
I'm in the take my money. I'm in the take my money group.
Yeah, I would probably be there too, depending on what the specs are. I'll have to wait for the specs.
Nah, I'm a whore. I'm gonna buy it.
Well, we know.
Yep, same. All right, guys.
It was fun,
this
guys.
was fun. Well, Jedi,
guys,
get us out of here, bro. Tell them what's up.
This was fun. We love you. We appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks again for the OG Big Dog Handheld Hoarder himself. We're gonna be back next week with another great episode. Thank you for supporting us. Catch us on HU. We are out. This game. Don't forget the game.
Oh, I can't do a heart and leave the stream. Sorry, guys.
I
We
left
love
the
you.